Loose change for getting down. It's Friday and I'm on fire, and I know that I'll break your heart, and I'm sorry, I'm just so tired. These cars are just it, so won't you come?
Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. We are the Pork Chop Express. I'm just kidding. Okay, we are the cast and crew of Between the Ropes. That's right. As you saw in our introduction, I am Ace, and I'm joined tonight by none other than that man that we call Mr. Chris and P and Bacon. How you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing good. How's everybody doing tonight?
You know what? Really can't complain. All right. And then, of course, we have that man that we call Mr. Mess Around Dave. How are you doing?
How you doing? I'm good. Hey, dude, I just saw the intro for the first time. I love the new intro. It's awesome.
Yep, the intro's fire, man. I love that new intro. And then, of course, we have none other than, he's not a dragon, he's not a viper, but you put it together and he just calls himself Mr. Dragon Viper. So how's it going? Or you can call him the Mr. Dragon Bro. Or
No. We're not going that far here. Come on.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were going that far.
No.
No.
That's what she said.
All right. So anyways, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. Just getting this show going.
So before we got started on that, there was something very interesting that I saw that it was kind of cool. We'll welcome in Christy Wilson first, but remember back when, and this is what I saw about Kane. I was like, you know what? That actually would have been cool. So at that little point to where when Kane was like an honorary member of DX, you know, everybody was like, why didn't we see Kane in a green and black, like with the suit he wears and the mask? That would have been awesome. That would have been sick to see Kane in the green and black costume with the mask. That would have been awesome. That would have been my all-time favorite Kane. And I'll tell you, I was a little disappointed that we did not get to see it. Little disappointed.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Kane is still my favorite. Will still be my favorite for a very, very long time. Anyway, how about we go ahead and jump into it, and we can talk about that little Monday Night Raw. We can go ahead and jump right into that. So go ahead, Chris. Kick us off with that first match there.
All right. The first match is going to be Riddle with Randy Orton and Dolph going up against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. Riddle and Randy Orton won, or you can say the Randy Orton twins.
Yeah. So Christy Wilson is saying, could you guys imagine Kane saying "suck it" while he's up there? That would be cool. I would definitely love to see that. But anyways, you know, we jump into this first match. You know, we talk about it. So we have this. All right. So we have this first match with RK Bro. You know, this is Dragon Viper's favorite tag team.
Yep.
He's the president of the fan club. He goes crazy for him. But anyways, mess around. I'll start out with you. The first match.
I thought the match was really good. Riddle's like impressing me more and more every time I see him in the ring alone. I like the way he came out dressed out like Randy Orton with the mustache and the goatee. That was funny. And when he hit him with the RKO out of nowhere, and then at the end, Randy Orton gets in and does a Bro Garrett.
Yeah, you could definitely see though when Riddle hit the RKO, Randy's like, oh
yeah,
like you could see he was clearly excited about it. And I even love that that Riddle went up there and did the whole
right,
the whole Randy Orton thing. So I know as much as you hate it, Dragon Viper, as much as you're sitting there saying you hate it, you got to tell me this is working. This tag team's working, man. They are a blast to watch, and people are really enjoying them. People are enjoying this tag team. Huh?
I say good for them.
So you're telling me you're not enjoying this tag team at all?
No.
Well, phooey on you. Okay, well, then go ahead and give us your thoughts on this match then.
Oh, man. I don't know, really. I mean, I don't like either guy. All I can think of is gimmick infringement. Riddle stealing Orton's stuff and trying to be like Orton.
But Orton's doing the same thing, so...
Yeah, well, Randy's been hit in the head too many times, so I don't know what's going on with him. But, yeah, I didn't care for this match.
Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Why would you? Why would you care for it? But I don't know if you guys also saw though too that when they talked about it and they were talking about when you watch Randy Orton on the ropes and he's doing his little thing, they talk about how his shoulder isn't going as high as he normally does, and that's because he's going through a shoulder injury right now, but he's staying there. He's been working through it. It just makes me wonder about how long he's going to actually be going through it. How long is he going to stay there? Before he finally says, I need to take a breather.
I didn't know that at Survivor Series he became he wrestled the most matches in WWE history.
Yeah, I thought you heard us talking about that when we went on there, and we had mentioned that was his 177th career pay-per-view match, and it was the most of all time. And you had John Cena actually go out there and congratulate him and say, "Hey, that's a historical mark,
that's
man."
impressive.
You don't have a lot of people who can say that they've wrestled 177 career pay-per-views. Now, number one, that tells you one thing though, virtually the guy's been pretty healthy his whole entire career. He hasn't had too many injuries. And that's kind of when you think about another one though too, that people don't really think a lot about it, but it's the truth though. And Dragon Viper, I know the guy that I'm going to talk about that's been durable his whole career, you're not going to like it because you've never been a fan, but his durability you cannot overlook. And that was The Miz. The Miz has been a guy that's never been hurt his whole career until he recently tore his ACL. That was it. But other than that, he's been one of the most durable guys in WWE. Randy Orton and The Miz are definitely up there. So definitely welcome in Amy. She's watching the show now.
It's because of the fact that they're being too light on The Miz, that they don't want to hurt The Miz, so they're being too light.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God! Get out of here!
I don't think so.
That's definitely not accurate at all. Not even close to being accurate.
Not even close. Try again.
He stands there and says, "Please don't hurt me," as they're about to start their match. So
try again. Wrong answer. Wrong.
Definitely try that again. But anyways, so you had Riddle versus Dolph Ziggler, and Riddle got the win. I actually thought it was actually a decent match. It was actually a really good match because Riddle has talent and Dolph has talent. I'm just glad that they're finally showing, Dolph kind of out there now. So it just makes me wonder if the Dirty Dogs are going to end up taking the titles off of RK Bro. And this is funny though, because now Dragon Viper has to sit there and think, which one would I rather want to have the title? Would I rather want RK Bro, or would I rather want the Dirty Dog? Which one would he? Which one would he rather want? I don't know.
Neither.
I was going to say that.
Neither.
I would say neither. That way, Orton and Riddle can split off, and they go their separate ways.
So
They're making the E too much money for that right now.
So Christy Wilson saying, I think Orton is going to tolerate the pain as long as possible until he has no choice. Well, I think what he's going to do is, I think once they drop the tag team titles, I think you'll see him go away for a little bit of time, just so he can kind of get it fixed, and then he'll be back. And then I'm saying, where is The Miz? The Miz was actually gone for a while because he was doing the Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, so he's actually.
You know what they're going to do? When Orton decides to have that surgery, they're going to write him off TV by having Riddle turn on him and beat him up to the point where, oh my God, he's going to be out for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then once he comes back, you'll see a rivalry between Randy Orton and Matt Riddle.
Yep.
Which Orton will win that one.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It could go either way.
We'll see, because you might see Randy Orton put over Riddle. You definitely could see that. So our next one was another one of Dragon Viper's favorite. You have Bianca Belair versus Tamina, and Bianca Belair ended up getting the victory on this one. So anyway, you know what, Dragon Viper, I'll be nice and I'll let you start out with this one.
Oh, wrong winner. Definitely. I like Tamina, but wrong winner. It was a good match just because, Tamina was in it. Again, don't care for Belair. Never have, never will. And so it was okay. Just wrong winner.
It was not the wrong winner. It was not the wrong winner. Anyway, mess around, Dave.
How do you not like the EST of WWE? Come on. The girl's so talented. She can do anything in the ring. And she's not Charlotte Flair.
She thinks she's so great. Just made it to the main roster. She thinks she is just absolutely great in everything she does.
Because she is.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, that match is pretty good. I love her finishing move, the Kiss of Death. Love it. I think it's one of the best finishers for a woman. Women's finisher. And they absolutely got the right winner. Tamina, her job is to put people over. She's never going to be a title holder or nothing like that. So,
yeah, she won't be. The only titles that she was going to hold, which she just got, or not too long ago, was the tag team titles. That's it. That's really the only. It's really the only title that she's going to actually hold. So, Christy Wilson was saying, "I like Bianca. I think she's cool." I'm saying Randy's jealous. And you know what? I think he just very well might be jealous. He very well might be. And then Christy Wilson, by the way, I think splitting up Natalya and Tamina was a mistake. I think they did really well as a tag team. They did. A mistake. They did really, really well as a tag team. They did. I will definitely agree with that. Yeah. Crispy Bacon, how about you?
That was a good match. I like both competitors. Bianca Belair and Tamina, and it was a good match overall, I thought, and it was a good second match of the night.
Yeah, you have to give it, but the one thing that I liked about it is that it wasn't a super quick match like most of the Divas matches has been. It wasn't like a super quick one. It was there. And it lasted at least a few minutes, so we got to see him wrestle. And I liked it, though. I'm glad that Bianca won. She's definitely one of the faces right now when you look at the company, especially when it comes on the Diva side. She's definitely one of the faces. Whether you like it or not, Randy, she is.
Facts.
So definitely get used to it because it's facts. All right, and then the next – so – the next one. Are you guys ready for this one? Because this, to me, was actually what I think was one of your favorite ones, which was what? Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Seth Rollins.
Oh, that never
Huh?
really happened. It never really happened though.
Correct. But we're going to get to that, though. That's a key point in Raw. That is a very key point on why these things didn't happen. So it was supposed to be Seth Rollins and Finn Balor fight the Street Profits versus Omos and AJ Styles. But as you can see, it did not happen. So because of this did not happen, where can we say that this is going to be going? We obviously know where the whole Seth Rollins thing is going. I'm just curious where you guys think that this whole thing is going to go.
I don't know.
It's WWE. It could go any number of different directions, but we all know Seth's involved in the title picture for now. So if they're going to do anything with Finn and Seth, it's not going to be till after Seth wins the title.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what they're going to do with Finn Balor.
Yeah, he's on SmackDown. So
No, he's on Raw.
Is he on? No, he's on SmackDown.
He's on Raw.
Is he on Raw?
He got
Raw.
drafted to Raw. He got drafted to Raw.
That's right.
Where have you been?
A lot going on up here. So
Well, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on that quick since that match didn't happen. I wanted to get your opinion on where you thought that it might actually lead to, but right now I don't think anybody really knows that.
My guess is probably Finn Balor would probably win that. Probably.
be like the Universal title years ago between Seth and Finn.
Now we come to the good one. The kind of surprising one, I would say. I don't think that anybody might have seen this coming. And this is when Carmella and Queen Zelina beat Rhea and Nikki Ash for the women's tag title. How many of you actually saw that coming? I don't think very many of us saw it coming at all.
I was going to say you did. I was going to say you did.
So you actually saw it coming?
Mella is money, bro. Come on. Yeah, I figured they were going to get titles eventually because they just put them together. And they need to get rid of the Rhea Ripley and then Nikki ASH or whatever the hell her name is these days.
I didn't think
gimmick.
I didn't think it was going to happen on Raw, though. I really didn't. I thought that if it was going to happen, I figured it's going to happen at a pay-per-view. I was not expecting them to drop the titles on Raw.
True. They usually don't do them on Raw, but it's a nice chance to see something happen on Raw, like a major title change.
Right? Yeah, it's that dang, dude. Yeah, so sorry. I just got this update about something really, really quick, and I was really curious about it too because somebody in the group chat said, I don't know if you saw, but there was somebody who got hit by a train, and so a pedestrian did, and so my thing is, look, prayers out to that person who got hit by a train. But I'm curious, how do you get hit by a train? Like,
sorry, it's not funny. I shouldn't laugh. But how?
I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't laugh either,
but anyway, so Christy's saying that seeing Carmella and Zelina winning those titles was shocking to her too. Dave, you're saying it was not shocking for you. Crispy Bacon saying it was for him. Dragon Viper saying it was for him. It was for me too. I was thinking, okay, they're gonna win it. They're gonna win it at the pay-per-view. I figured at some point, Rhea and Nikki Ash couldn't stay together forever. So it's going to happen. I think Rhea's going to end up getting back in the women's title picture. I don't know what's going to happen with Nikki Ash because she was the women's champion once, and I don't know where she's going to go from here. Did Dave freeze? I think he froze. Yep, he froze. Okay. So Dragon Viper, I'll go to you. What'd you think about this match?
Well, it's like I was motioning, I was shocked. Didn't see it coming. I wish it hadn't have happened, but it was overall the match was okay. Just didn't I don't like. I mean, I agree with Dave what he said that title changes should happen once in a while, or maybe you said it, Ace. But every once in a while, it would be nice to see a title change not on a pay-per-view. But this was actually a shock to me, and I don't know. It kind of makes me sick seeing Carmella and Zelina as a team together, and to see them lose their, win those titles. I thought it was an okay match. Just again, wrong winner. I think Raw mostly sucked anyway. So,
You know something? You suck. Okay. All right. So, but I do have to let Mess Around Dave talk about it because one of his favorite girls is Mella. So he gets to talk about it.
Hey, that match is great because Mella's a title. She's the tag team champion now. So regardless of if the match was bad or not, in my eyes, it was great because I got to watch Mella.
There you go, right? There you go. You get to watch Mella. All right, Chris, how about you?
Yeah, no, I was surprised to see, Carmella and Zelina, win the tag belts. And, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash. And I don't know what's going to happen from there.
So the next thing I want to touch on is the highlight of the night, right? This has to be the highlight of the night. Dana Brooke winning the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
It's got to be the highlight, dude, because you can tell people were like, what are we supposed to do? Like,
right?
People didn't know. They're like, are we supposed to actually pin her? Or what do we do? So nobody kind of did anything, and they kind of just let her go. And so Dana Brooke right now is your.
They did the same thing with. They did the same thing with Maria Kanellis.
No, but no, the only difference was with Maria was that she was saying she was pregnant, so that's why they weren't touching her because she was pregnant.
I just saw that episode, and I think her husband got it back afterwards.
Yeah, he did, because if you remember when it was Mike and Maria, they played it off with the whole, Mike went to hug Maria, and then he like put her, he was like hugging her, and her shoulders were down, and he got the 1, 2, 3. That's how she lost it. But that's also kind of how they did the whole thing with if you remember years and years and years ago when the hardcore title was there, and that's how Vince won it off of Stephanie McMahon. Is that he was trying to hug her, and he put her shoulders down, and he got the 1, 2, 3 also. And so it was kind of one of those interesting matches. So it's going to be interesting to see, how Dana Brooke's going to lose the title because all these men are scared to touch her. But Amy likes it. Amy likes it because she's a Dana Brooke fan. Christy Wilson saying, "I feel bad for Dana because that 24/7 title is ridiculous." But it's classified as a championship. I mean,
yeah, but it's sad that she wins a joke of a belt, but yet she, and I agree with Christy that she deserves better. She deserves to be in the women's title, picture, but that all they do is give her a joke of a belt. I agree with her on that. It's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but what I'm saying though is like she's obviously okay with it. A belt's a belt. A title is a title. Yeah, to her, she's probably like, yeah, I get a championship belt. I get to say that I'm part of the 24/7 championship. So, I think for that reason, that's why I think that she was definitely okay with it. So, Brandon saying, what is up, my 3 wrestling bros and Matt Riddle look alike? Absolutely. So, Mess Around, it looked like you want to say something when we were talking about it.
Don't forget, 24/7, 7-Eleven.
European. Something.
No, I think Arthur's going to get it back. He doesn't care. He'll pin her.
Oh yeah, R-Truth will. He doesn't care. He's gonna do it. But
Yeah.
that was like our little spiel on the 24/7 championship, because we know it usually changes or something happens with it every week on Raw. You're just gonna see it
25.
happen. But oh yeah, at least. But now you have Bobby Lashley versus Rey and Dominic Mysterio, and you saw that Lashley won with the Hurt Lock on Dominic Mysterio, which I think when you look at this, I think everybody saw it coming. I think everybody knew that Bobby Lashley was going to win. I didn't really see a reason that Rey and Dom were going to win, because you see who Bobby Lashley is. I'm just curious right now. I'm curious what they're going to end up doing with him. Are they going to put Bobby Lashley back in the title picture? Because really, even once he had the championship and then he lost it, yeah, he kind of got that rematch, but there hasn't really been much since. He hasn't really been like a Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, to where once they lost it, they stayed in the title picture for so freaking long. It's just he lost it and then he was gone. And it's like he's not really in the title picture right now. But mess around, Dave. Lashley versus Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio.
I thought the match was good. I liked the before the match when the MVP's like, after you embarrass yourself because you can't protect your son, tell your wife to call me.
All right, Dragon Viper, how about you?
I enjoyed it, honestly. I enjoyed the fact that Dominic ended up in that hold and was the one to tap out. And, I enjoyed it. I really did.
Mr. Crispy Bacon.
I enjoyed it too. I mean, it was a good match, and I feel like they're going to put Lashley somehow back in the title picture. I
They
feel
will.
like by having these matches, I think they're
It'll
slowly
happen.
getting them there. Yeah.
Well, they will, because you have this thing going on right now with Lashley and the Mysterios. But I think this might be the time to where you might end up seeing – it'll probably Dominic that's going to end up turning on Rey. I know one of them's going to turn on the other one. I know it's coming soon. It's
coming soon.
Well,
It's going to happen soon.
well, and also with this day one pay-per-view, we're not sure how everything's going to unfold.
Yeah.
Like the premise of it.
But the writing is on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's there. It's going to happen, man. They are going to split up. They are definitely going to split up. And it's just going to be a matter of fact of who's going to turn on who. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to it, it's going to be Dominic, because everybody loves Rey Mysterio as the face. Everybody loves Rey as a face. There's really only been one time in his career that he's actually been a heel, but it hasn't been since he's been with WWE. The whole time he's been with WWE, he's always been a face, because everybody loves Rey Mysterio as a face. He's the ultimate underdog. So you're definitely not going to see him as a heel. I just don't see it. But we have a few comments rolling in here. Christy Wilson saying Lashley's just too strong. He looks like the Hulk. Bran Herrera saying let's get rid of the 24/7 title and make it a mixed
gender.
Yep, a mixed gender title. I'm saying I see Dave has Dr. Pepper. So there's his Dr. Pepper. All right. So we can jump on into the next one, which is Damian Priest versus Apollo Crews. Now, let me mention this about Damian Priest. We're actually seeing a new side of Damian Priest that we haven't really seen for a while. I kind of like this side. This is this is like the ultimate take 'em, like destruction style of Damian Priest. And I like it. I like this style. I think it's really, really cool. What?
I thought he wrestled Sami Zayn.
No, Sami Zayn's still on SmackDown.
You have to think though. Apollo Crews, because how this went down was it originally started with Apollo Crews, but then Sami Zayn ended up coming out, and so it ended up being Damian Priest versus Sami Zayn because of the whole conspiracy thing that they were talking about.
Oh,
So, yeah, so I was gonna say, if you remember that, that's how it started. It started with Damian Priest and Apollo, but then ended with Damian Priest and Sami Zayn, and with the, huh?
I missed the part with Apollo Crews in.
Yeah,
I did too.
it was originally going to start out with Apollo Crews, but then it came out, and then Sami Zayn came out, and he got it. So, but in the end, anyways, you still saw that Damian Priest retained the title, which I think everybody kind of expected, anyways. So Dragon Viper, and Christy Wilson, it is a conspiracy with Sami Zayn. That's all I can say. It is a pure conspiracy. But Dragon Viper, take it away.
Conspiracy, my butt. I thought it was great. I can't believe that you and I and probably the other two, Ace, agree about Damian Priest. He is amazing, and I agree with you guys on something. Holy moly. But anyway, yeah, Damian Priest, new attitude, doing even better. I'm liking him more and more all the time. So, and yeah, I thought they were good matches. Well, mainly because Damian Priest. Apollo Crews is terrible.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
That Sami Zayn is a kook and a moron. And
oh my gosh.
So yeah, Damian Priest overtaking both these matches and winning both of them. Just amazing. He is such a great star, great kid, great star, and he's gonna continue up that ladder, and he's gonna end up being a future first ballot Hall of Famer, and so.
Man, you're killing me with the Sami Zayn thing, man. You hurt my feelings here.
You're
All
killing
right,
me
so-
saying there is conspiracies and there isn't.
So mess around. What do you think?
Conspiracy. Conspiracy. Sami Zayn should have won the title.
Oh, jeez.
He should have. It's a conspiracy theory that he didn't. That's what it was. It's a conspiracy theory. And I don't know if Crispy Bacon's still here. He was here. He'll probably be back at some point. But anyways, so
I'm here.
You're here. Okay. So what do you think? You think it was a conspiracy that Sami Zayn didn't win this title?
A little bit, but
Yes.
I think he'll get back to it later.
Conspiracy. But if we jump to the main event, let's not forget how this main event was set up, right? Because it was Austin Theory who stole the egg because he wanted to do a selfie with the egg. Now, people laughed at me before when I told you all before, Austin Theory is going to be a superstar in this company. He is going to be. Austin Theory has everything you need in a superstar. He's got the talent. He's got the mic skills. Now, and I'm not the only one who's saying this. When you look at the reports, it's true. Austin Theory has it all. Everybody in NXT was saying the same thing. He was awesome to work with. He's great in the ring. He can cover up for people's mistakes. And so I was actually okay that they were actually willing to put Austin Theory in the main event spot, because eventually he's going to be there. And don't be surprised if one day Austin Theory is a world champion, because I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get there. The guy is truly talented. All right. Mess around, Dave. What do you think? Were you okay with this, with Austin Theory being in the main event and him stealing the egg?
At first, I was like, Austin Theory, really? But the more that I watched the match and I saw the kid wrestle in the ring, dude's got skills.
He does.
See why they put him there. He's like you said, he's going to be there. He's going to be there.
He is. He's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Like, that dude is going to be one of the faces of the company for a long time coming, because that's what WWE is going to be about now. They're going to be doing a lot of developing. They're going to be doing a lot of mid-card developing, and that's what they're known for. And that's what Austin Theory did. He developed, and he's developing into something even better.
It's a lot of growing pains. You're going to have trial and error.
Yeah, but Chris, did you like this match? I liked it.
It was a good match, yeah. I mean, like we discussed before, it should have been Sami Zayn probably, because just going by the, what was discussed before. But no, it was a good match, and I think he's going to develop into something really good here, soon.
Definitely going to happen.
I did like when he was talking to McMahon, and Sam was like, "Why you giving him without us? Right? You said I could have him if I produced the guy who stole the egg." It's like, we don't like snitches.
Right? We don't like snitches. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. And Dragon Viper, I know you're super excited to talk about Austin Theory and Big E. I know you're really excited about it.
Oh, please. Talk about conspiracies. No, no. I have to go along and say, yes, I want to punch him in the face. He doesn't deserve a title shot. Maybe down the road, there's guys that are more deserving than him, that hasn't yet even got a title shot. He comes in, he, prances around like he's everything in the company and thinks he's so great, just like Belair, and then they get a title shot out of nowhere. They don't work for it. They just get it. And it's ridiculous. Austin Theory doesn't deserve it, and he shouldn't have even gotten that title shot. So I'm glad to see that Big E won, because it would have been way too soon for Austin. He doesn't need it right now. So I'm just glad Big E won it, and yeah.
But we know that Seth Rollins is going for Big E.
Well, I know.
So of course Big E is going to win.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, if they wanted to surprise the WWE universe like they did with the women's tag titles, and try and put that on Austin Theory, on the belt on Austin Theory, he doesn't deserve it. No way. So,
but we've seen people win the title really, really quick.
I know.
Through coming. Yeah, when they first got there, you think about Paige, her first night.
Christian,
her first night, yeah, she won it. Christian was there. Rhea, in her first match, she won the title in her first match. So there's actually people who have done it. But now this wasn't Theory's first match, but you were okay with it when Paige did it. You were okay with it when Rhea did it. So if you were okay with it when they did it, how is it any different with Theory?
See, Rhea worked hard in NXT.
And you're telling me that Austin Theory didn't?
No,
Austin Theory did it too.
Did not.
Oh
no.
my God! Wow.
Wow, that's crazy. You need to go back and watch NXT. Go back and watch. Go back and watch more of it. Watch Austin Theory, and you'll see how much hard work this guy put in. That's a conspiracy. You are a conspiracy theorist. That's what you are. It's a conspiracy. Huh? I'm telling you, he's a conspiracy. That's what it is.
Wow.
He's in on it. Anyway, we can but let's not forget after this match, what happened? You had Fight Owens fight. And Fight Owens fight. So let me guys ask you this. Do you guys think that eventually, I could see it coming to this, eventually Kevin Owens is going to be put in the title picture? It's certainly headed that way, I think.
I don't know why he was even taken out of it, honestly. He should still be in it.
It's going that way. It's going to be a triple threat match for the title.
It could be.
You think Edge could be in it? in the title picture?
No, I don't think he will. There was actually a rumor out there that Edge actually was talking with Jeff Hardy, and he was talking about how Edge wanted to work with Jeff Hardy one more time before Edge called it a career. He wanted to work with Jeff one more time, so he's hoping to get another singles run against Jeff Hardy. And you know what? I would not be opposed to that. I think those two would put on an incredible match too. I think I would definitely love to see that. I would be all for it. But now we can actually jump over to Friday Night SmackDown, which the only reason I'm talking about this opening part when Roman Reigns came out is because I'm saying because I don't know if anybody heard this, but now there's a lot of speculating out there, and kind of the first initial rumor that I heard months ago that it looks like it might actually be happening, and so when everybody was talking about how Roman Reigns might end up leaving the company soon for Hollywood, well, if you paid attention to his statement, what he said in the ring is that when he said, "When my days are done," and that could be sooner rather than later, I'll go down as the greatest of all time, and everybody will acknowledge me. But this is where it's showing you that I truly believe that sooner rather than later, Roman Reigns will be leaving the company and will be going to do acting just like The Rock did, because Roman Reigns is saying that's what he wants to do. That is something that he's wanting to do also, which I think he's seeing that there's money to be made in Hollywood. He's seeing that wrestling puts a big toll on your body. And I think that's why Reigns really doesn't want to do that. And you know what? I respect him for that. I do. If that's what he wants to do, great. If he wants to go to Hollywood like The Rock and Cena did, because you kind of see that a lot of wrestlers, when they leave here, that's where they go. They go to act in movies.
Yeah.
But okay, you can laugh about it if you want. You can laugh about it if you want.
I'm only laughing because, I look at the success of The Rock. He leaves wrestling. He goes into Hollywood. He does really well in Hollywood. I'll give him that. And, and then Cena. Cena did really well in Hollywood. Well, somewhat well in Hollywood. And you have other wrestlers out there doing the same. Then you look at somebody like Batista, who goes from wrestling to Hollywood and does a terrible job in his movies. Now, I honestly,
Guardians.
Actually, I've heard a lot of bad things about him with the movies he's in. They haven't really. I mean, I could be hearing wrong, so don't quote me on this. But I have been hearing some things that these movies that Batista's been in really haven't really been that good. So,
well,
I could be wrong.
Well, I'm just saying, but Roman and Batista are two different people.
Roman's gonna suck too.
So I'm just saying, because when he's coming out saying that he wants to be a full-time actor, I think everybody saw that, because I talked about this months ago. I came out and said this was the first initial rumor, was that Reigns was going to hold the belt for a while, and then once he dropped it, he was going to take some time away to star in his first film, and then once he went to star in his first film, he would kind of do like a John Cena thing, to where he'd kind of be, back and forth, and back and forth. But so I think that day's coming. I think it's coming sooner rather than later.
Move on his part. It saves on the wear and tear in his body, and he's probably make a lot more money doing the Hollywood thing.
Oh yeah, definitely could.
So do you think we would have the Rock and Roman matchup this year then, if he's saying sooner rather than later?
There's a rumor it's not even going to happen now.
Yeah, there's a big rumor saying that The Rock and Roman will not be able to wrestle because of The Rock's schedule and Roman's schedule and stuff like that. And Christy Wilson, I believe you're right. I think Hobbs and Shaw was Roman's first film. I think it was, but I think his I think a main event role. He hasn't done like a main event role yet.
Like a starring role.
Yeah, I do believe a starring role. I do believe, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong, but
That sounds about right.
But we can jump to our first match, which was Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss, which you end up seeing, Drew McIntyre and Jeff Hardy walk away victorious, which I don't think you could have seen anything different. You kind of figured that they were going to win. I, for one, will tell you this. I'm glad to see Jeff Hardy in the main event spots right now. I'm glad that they're actually doing stuff with him and utilizing him the way that they should be. But Big B, I'm going to go to you. What'd you think of this match?
I mean, like you said, it was a no-brainer. I mean, that McIntyre Hardy were going to win. The pairings kind of throwing me off, though, with Hardy and McIntyre. So I don't know what they're kind of doing there, if anything. I mean, we all know Hardy's trying to help put over some of the younger talent and stuff like that. So overall, it was a good match. I mean, I like all four guys, actually. So, it could have went either way for me, but I kind of think we all knew that McIntyre and Hardy were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how Hardy's been his entire career. He shows up, walks in, says,
"Yep,
what am I doing today?" And they tell him, and he says, "Okay." And then
he definitely would go out there and tag with Hornswoggle or somebody. I mean, he tagged with Dragon Viper if Dragon Viper was there.
Yeah,
so.
Whatever they tell him to do, he doesn't complain. He goes out there and just does it.
You want me to jump off a 30-foot ladder? No problem.
Yeah,
exactly. But I think a big thing is because I think he realizes how many chances he's been given in his career. And so he's just trying to prove to WWE, hey, I am here. I can stay clean. I can do this. And so just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. But mess around, Dave, when you think about this, what do you think of this tag match?
Very interesting. Like Big B said, the McIntyre Hardy thing is weird, seeing them tag together. But overall, I thought it was a really good match. I'm not too sure about the Mad Cat guy yet. I don't know what his deal is. He might grow on me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Riddick Moss.
Don't pick on the Minnesota guys like that. Come on now.
That's technically who it is that they're talking about is Riddick Moss. Yeah.
Boring.
You know what? You're boring. All right. So anyway,
I'm gonna come over there and slap you in the forehead because I got a big target right there.
Dragon Viper, what did you think?
I was glad to see McIntyre and Hardy win. It was a good match. But yeah, actually, right winners this time. And I don't know what they're doing with Corbin and Moss, but I hope they kind of get even more buried, honestly. So
get it right. It's Happy Corbin.
It's dorky Corbin to me.
Hey, it's Happy Corbin.
But overall, it was a good match.
All right, Chris, how about you?
No, it was a good match. I like Corbin's other, characters or whatever more, but good match overall. It was good to see Hardy win in his hometown or his home area, his home state. So that was a good moment for him. So
I'm saying Corbin and his friend are really annoying. They aren't funny at all. You know what? They are though. It's awesome.
They're not a Minnesota kid. Come on now.
She's also and Christy Wilson saying it's dorky Corbin, and then I'm saying Corbin is smoking that Shanky. Shanky! Shanky! I knew Shanky would make an appearance at some point. All right, so the next one we had we had Cesaro versus Ridge Holland. So Cesaro ended up winning this match over Ridge Holland. Congratulations, Cesaro, the Swiss Superman. All right. Dragon Viper, go ahead.
It was an okay match. Not too awful fun with Holland. What?
Oh, it was an okay match.
Well, it was okay. I'm not too fond with Holland, but I do like Cesaro, and so
What?
I was glad to see Cesaro win.
What? You were okay with Cesaro winning. I mean, I think everybody was okay with Cesaro winning.
Yeah.
Definitely was okay with that one. All right. Mess around, how about you?
It's an okay match, really boring. I didn't care for blah blah blah. No. What the hell, dude? You got Cesaro against a no-name guy, pretty much. Come on, what are they doing with him? The guy's so talented. He should be up higher on the card. What a waste.
I mean, he was at one point when he went against Roman. At that point, he was, and I don't think they want to put him back against Roman. I think they're trying to find the right.
But as quick as he went up, he went down even faster. It's kind of weird.
So, I'm saying Riddle is getting upset. Oh, I mean Randy. Sorry, they look alike. So Big B. Anyways, how about you?
I'm with Dave. They're kind of messing with Cesaro, but I mean, overall the match was decent. It looks like they're building Cesaro versus Sheamus feud here coming up, or maybe they'll pair Cesaro up with somebody coming up or something to have a tag match or something. But you get the King of Swing in there, and how many times you can spin around without getting dizzy. I don't know how, but Cesaro should get a bigger push, and Sheamus should too. I think they both are getting underused.
Yeah. I think they will, though.
Yeah,
I think they definitely will. So this next match, I must say, was kind of funny, and this was the Thanksgiving leftovers match, and this was Rick Boogs versus Angel Garza, which Angel Garza ended up beating Rick Boogs with the wing clipper. Chris, since you're so excited about this match, I'll let you go and take it away.
No, that was a good match. I like how they're using these, the day after, the week after, holidays, to do some kind of matchup, because they did something similar to this day after Halloween. They're doing it the day after Thanksgiving. I think it's just something to do, and since they're kind of having a feud right now, why not?
If you ask me, it's a waste of pie. But
it's a waste of pie. Yeah.
It's a waste of pie. That pie could have been in my belly. But Dragon Viper, tell me what you thought.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what you think. Okay, so anyways.
You feel better now? You got it out?
I feel better now. Okay.
Hey, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Anyway, so
no, you're wrong. No.
They could have put two other people in there. Honestly, the match would have been a lot better if there were two different people in there. I normally enjoy matches like that, but that one was just I didn't care for it. It was boring. And anybody else could have, two other people could have done better in there than those two. I don't like either one anyway, so that's all I've got.
All right. Mess around. How about you?
Well, anytime they have a gimmick match like this, it's always fun to watch. It's throwing around pies and pumpkins, whatever's hanging around the ring. Stuffing, turkey, chuck down throats. I love stuff like that. It's fun to watch and it's entertaining.
You're making me hungry now. All right, Big B.
I mean, Randy stated the obvious. But yeah, you can put any two people in there. But these gimmick matches are fun to watch. I mean, fun ideas, throw around food, pies, whatever. I mean, who else? I mean, you're not going to put two main eventers in this type of match,
No.
I mean, you could have put Randy and myself in there, and we would have got the same reaction, I think. Throw food around. So, I mean, it was a good match. I like that they're using Boogs more than just side piece or little manager valet type of person. So, overall, I'm a mess around though. I kind of like these gimmicky matches that they throw out every holiday.
Rick
They need to back
Booms.
that.
All right, so now we'll jump into a match that I know Dragon Viper would definitely appreciate. He would definitely like this one because this was the tag team match of the females, Naomi and Sasha versus Natalya and Dragon Viper's woman and Shayna Baszler. So anyway, why everyone talks about like Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, Dragon Viper's like, yep, my woman Shayna. All right, so anyway, since this is Dragon Viper's favorite one, he can talk about it.
Oh, I thought it was a really good match. I mean, man, I mean, how can you not like Shayna? Honestly, she's
easy.
She is really tough. She's tough. They're finally putting her back to how she was when she first showed up. So I was glad to see that. And I find it funny. We do these fancy bookings, and I think about, I put on my fantasy booking, I put Shayna and Natalya in, as tag champs before WWE even got them together as a tag team. So I think it's just funny to,
So you're taking credit for it. Okay.
I am taking credit for it because they didn't even think of it before, I mean, I'm upset that they lost against Naomi and Sasha, but I like seeing Shayna fight, and I like seeing that they team Shayna up with Natalya. So my fantasy booking is coming true.
Well, what I think is funny is when I ask him about this match, and Dragon Viper's like, well, I don't understand how somebody couldn't like Shayna. But then we talk about all these guys like Rollins and KO and everybody and people like that, and Dragon Viper's like, oh, I don't really care for them. I just, and I'm like,
you say
I said I've liked Owens.
yeah, but
how can you not like Bianca
Street
Belair?
Profits. I mean, Matt Riddle. I mean,
exactly. So how you're asking how you don't understand how we can't like her. That's our question for you. We don't understand how you can't like these other people. So think about that, and then you might understand, and you might be able to answer your own question. Okay. Right. So anyways, mess around. What'd you think of this tag match? Poopy. That's what he says. All right, Big B, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too thrilling for me. I mean, I do like all four of the ladies that were in it. The Duvall Naomi thing, I kind of want to see where that's going, but having Baszler back as a tough woman, being the enforcer, I really wish Rousey was around still, because I would have loved to see them, how they would have booked those two, because that's the only reason why she was there. So, but it is what it is. It wasn't a boring match, but it wasn't an entertaining match. It was a nice filler.
I enjoyed it.
I'm going to take a bathroom break match.
Yeah.
Right, but we need to talk about that main event, and I'll tell you why. The main event, right? The main event was the Battle Royal. So as soon as they go, and your winner, Jeff Hardy, because you saw the two last people in the match, which were it was Corbin, I do believe, and Jeff Hardy.
Yes.
Were the last two in the match, and then Jeff Hardy eliminates Corbin, and then bam, in comes Sami Zayn. The conspiracy theory is over. The conspiracy is over, and Sami Zayn finally gets it. He finally gets his title shot. That's been rightfully coming. Will he?
Oh my God! You
Dragon
sound like
Viper's
Randy.
happy.
What?
That was my favorite part of SmackDown.
Yes, the conspiracy theory is over. So anyway, Big B, then you go ahead.
I mean, the battle royal was cool. I wish they would have let McIntyre in it. The outcome, Sami Zayn winning it. Okay, he gets his title shot. Some people probably think he deserves it. I'm not going to say he does or doesn't, but it just got me thinking now. Could we see a triple threat match at day one, whatever the pay-per-view is called? I think it's day one.
It is.
And somehow Sami Zayn walks away with that title.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
That'd be interesting.
But you got to think, because Brock only has, one pay-per-view left or one match left on his contract?
I don't know.
And Roman Reigns, is flirting with the idea of stepping away. Could we see them two just kind of battle it out and Sami Zayn sneaks his way in and gets the pin? I mean, not that I want to see it, but WWE's done dumber things. I mean,
Well, wouldn't that pay-per-view reach, past Lesnar's mark? As,
No. I don't
No.
think so. No, I don't think
oh,
so.
Lesnar can name his match. I mean,
No, I know.
but
But
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying that Sami Zayn they should do it, but I can see somehow WWE gives him the title for that, but then loses at Rumble or something.
I am actually excited that the Beast is going to be there on Friday. I'm so excited about it. You know why? Because the Beast is back, and the Beast does what he wants
when
he wants. That is
Until his wife gets home.
That is Brock Lesnar, and that's right. I cannot wait. I
liked how
for him to return on Friday.
I liked how afterwards, they're congratulating him, and they're like, "Oh, we got breaking news."
Yeah, they
Brock's
completely
coming back next Friday, and Sammy's, face was like, "Oh no."
right. So, all right, Dragon Viper, you go ahead and can touch on it.
That's not what she said.
Oh, what is there to say? What is there to say? It's Sami Zayn. No, there's nothing good about him. Nothing good about him. He shouldn't have even been part of that. And if he was, he should have been eliminated. He shouldn't have won that match. There's no way he's going to win the title anytime soon. And if they do, I'm boycotting WWE. If he wins, I'm stating right now, if Sami Zayn wins the WWE title in the next couple months, I'm boycotting WWE because Sami Zayn does not belong champion.
You know what though? I will say this as many times as I've said it, and even Mess Around would agree with me too, because we've said it before, especially when Roman Reigns won the title. Mess Around and I were both like, oh, if Reigns wins, we're done. We're going to boycott until he's no longer champion. And then guess what? Every week, you still see us on there watching it anyway. So you can sit there and say that you'll boycott, but when it comes down to it, you're going to be like, oh, I'm curious. Did he lose it yet? And you're going to be turning it on just to see what happens.
That's where it comes to other people telling me that Sami Zayn lost it, and then I would go back to watching it. But no. If Sami wins that title, then I am boycotting WWE. I will go full-fledged AEW until Sami Zayn loses that title. Sami Zayn is a joke. Sami Zayn should not be at the top. And Sami Zayn, and I've said this multiple times, should go away.
And this is the problem. This is the problem with WWE fans and AEW fans. This is the problem, right? They complain about roster cuts. And so let's say they go, "Oh, you know, I can't stand Sammy. I can't stand Charlotte. I can't stand." So WWE could go out and start releasing all these people, and they would be like, "What are they doing? I don't get it. Why are they cutting them? It doesn't make any sense." And at that point, I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
I have not one time said that a certain person should leave, they get cut, and I'm like, why did they do that? I have not done that. Everybody that they cut, I have, not everybody, but there are some that they cut that I wanted them to stay.
And trust me, people,
it sucks. But I am not one of those that says, "Oh, well, they should be cut." They get cut, and I'm sitting here going, "Oh, well, they shouldn't have done that." No.
And trust me, people will still complain, regardless of it happens or not. People will still complain. They'll find a reason to complain. They will do it.
If Sami Zayn annoys you so much and you hate him so much, he's doing his job. That's
exactly. That's what he's supposed to do. That's why when he won, people booed, and he knew it because he did his job. If people are booing him, he's a heel. That's what he's supposed to be doing. People are supposed to be booing Sammy. They're not supposed to like him. If you don't like him, he's doing his job as a heel.
It's pretty
just
bad.
like Reigns.
Reigns on there.
Just like Reigns, exactly. If you don't like Reigns, he's doing his job.
Yep.
So
Sami Zayn is just a lesser version of the Miz. I mean, that's all it is.
Overrated and overhyped.
I was looking at Brock Lesnar's how many matches, and he has 8 matches, and his contract expires in 23, early 23.
But anyway, So anyway, we're at that time here. So mess around, Dave. If you want to give any final thoughts on the Battle Royal, you can, and then your final thoughts in general.
I was really glad that Sami Zayn early on snuck out of the ring and came back in later, won. Hopefully he wins the title just so Randy can boycott for a while. So, that'd be awesome.
You'd love that.
All right, Big B.
I just the one thing I got for either show is I think they kind of wasted the thief egg storyline. They should have drawn it out a little bit longer. Kind of upset that it turns out that it was Austin Theory. Not that I don't think he doesn't deserve a push or whatever, but I think they could have pushed it out a little bit, a few weeks at least. But outside of that, great 2 shows outside of Sami Zayn winning, but I have a feeling something crazy is going to happen with Zayn in that title match coming up. I don't know.
He's going to win the title.
And you know what? And I would be okay with it. But anyways, Dragon Viper, go ahead and give us your final thoughts.
Oh, my final thoughts, I thank everybody for watching. Everybody, doesn't agree with what I say, and I enjoy it. So,
you're doing your job. You're the heel.
I'm doing my job. So, thank you, baby. But anyway, everybody have a great night, and see you all next week.
All right, Crispy Bacon.
It was a good show. It was, thank you guys for watching, tuning in, and, just tune in to Coach every day.
Then with that, thank you, everybody. Thank you for all of our crew. Thank you for all the comments tonight. And with that, I hope everybody has a fantastic night. And we will catch you tomorrow for another episode of 4 Bros. So have a great night.